it is lunchtime here at the CER. 5 stages down, stage 5 of the rally. That is the one that we predicted and forecast would be tricky. My goodness me, did it prove to be exactly that? Thierry Neuville over that jump that we highlighted. This happens.
Very challenging, honestly. From the beginning, no feeling and no confidence at all. Trying to get through, had a couple of surprises, but we got through the tricky section, and then on the jump, I just went too much on the right side. As simple as that. I knew I had to keep wide over the crest, and I kept it 20 centimeters too much on the right. I land on a stone. Immediate puncture. Somehow, we only lost 1 minute 20, which is not that much at the end.
You went off the road as well on the right. Tell us a little bit. Was that before or after that?
That was long before. It was after 5 Ks, I would say. Out of a slow corner, I go on the throttle. The rear stepped out immediately, and I just kept it sliding down the road. And I knew if I don't go in the ditch, I wouldn't be able to slow down the car for another tight corner. So I had to lean on the ditch to be able to make sure I take the corner.
Yeah, very difficult stage that for Thierry Neuville. As you saw, quite a bit of damage to that car. We'll have to wait and see. No service, remember. We'll have to wait and see whether there are any repercussions from that knock through the second loop this afternoon. Well, it wasn't just Thierry Neuville that got it wrong over that jump. Gregoire Munster in the M Sport Puma also got it wrong. Munster didn't make it back here to the regroup. It looks as if it's, well, game over for the rally. Probably not. Day over for Gregoire Munster. And do you know what, folks? Our Club DirtFish members, they knew exactly where the trouble was waiting in stage 5. A big thanks to Thomas Vanscher from EWRC, who gave us a heads up about that jump. And do you know what, folks? That's exactly what you get as part of Club DirtFish. 40 minutes, David Evans and myself driving through that stage, analysing where we thought the issues might be. And you know what? It's not just Club DirtFish members who were watching our video. The drivers were watching it. Josh McAlean, Oliver Solberg, mentioning that they'd watched the video and they'd made a mark in their notes.
Did you have a moment there? What was your note over there?
It was stay leftish over crest jump, which I seen you put up a video yesterday of the exact same place.
Did we help you there? Was that a bit of an extra wreck? Did you see the shunt? They got it crashed.
Yeah, I seen it actually. I was watching videos of that stage last week, and I seen that video. But it was a nice reminder last night to put it up. But it's such easily done because it leads you into the right side, and the next corner is going right. And even the jump after, I'm not sure if you went that far in the stage. It looks like it's mid, but we went mid and we still landed on the left. So it's so narrow that you don't get away with much on them type of roads.
And what did that mean in terms of our overall standings? Well, it was Sébastien Ogier, as you kind of would expect, the best of the conditions in that stage. It was by no means easy for him, but he mastered the difficult stage 5. He leads. Kalle Rovanperä is the man that's chasing him down, though. That is still very much a battle to watch.
That last stage was something else.
We expected it for sure. It was a tester for the rally. We knew that that's the stage where difference gonna happen and mistake gonna happen. So it was difficult to find the right approach for me. I knew that was the only stage where I could benefit from starting first this weekend, but in the same time it's not easy to anyway go for it in such conditions. So yeah, I think we had a decent drive there. In the same time, Kalle was also doing a great job. So I think you can see clearly that the two of us have been doing better than the others in there. Yeah, happy that this one is behind us, but it's coming again now in second pass with probably even more challenging condition.
In third place, it is the first of our Hyundais. Oyt Tanak, he's still right there. Really, he's got to win this one if he's got a chance of potentially challenging for the title this year. Well, sitting in third place, a long way back, but he's still very much in contention. Well, we've mentioned 3 of our 4 championship protagonists. We haven't yet mentioned Elfyn Evans. It was a tough start to the rally for him yesterday evening. A 5-second penalty for touching a hay bale in a chicane. That was a little bit harsh. I think most people are agreed on that. Not been a great morning for Elvin, though. He also had this small overshoot in stage 5. Another point where we on our recce actually thought, oh, that's a tricky little corner. Evans with it all to do. Not a disastrous day, but not the day that Elvin Evans has been looking for.
The penalty that he got, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, a bit shocked, obviously, to get a penalty for that. Obviously, I think it's very clear that it's not intentional, and there have been far bigger errors in the past concerning chicanes that have gone completely unpenalised. So, it seems to be a lack of consistency there.
What exactly happened? Obviously, he hit the bail, but why?
Yeah, it was just very slippery, basically. I turned and the car understeered, and I wasn't coming even particularly hot into it or anything, so it just purely got caught out by the level of grip. And yeah, obviously I glanced the bail on the way out of it, so I obviously had to slow a lot more in the middle to try and recover the understeer, so it already cost time. So obviously get penalised on top is it's pretty harsh, yeah.
What about WRC2? Well, it is our WRC2 champion, Oliver Solberg, who leads the way. Alejandro Cachon, we saw him doing remarkable things in the Canaries, doing remarkable things out here as well on CER, keeping Oliver Solberg honest in the tight and twisty lanes of Germany, Austria and the Czech Republic this morning. We'll keep an eye on that battle as it progresses. Listen, folks, stage 5 was difficult. We go back straight after this regroup and tyre filling zone. We go back to stage 5. It's repeated as stage 6. It'll be muddy, it'll be bumpy, it'll be tricky. Plenty more to come here this afternoon at CER. Keep an eye out, in particular, on stage 6.